everybody. It is Monday, August 11th, and you know what that means. It's time for the High Risk Wrestling Recap. I am your host, Jeremy Pierce. Check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course, the 215 on Twitter. And without further ado, let's get into the news. Well, it looks like the WWE might be interested in making more two-night events. Started with WrestleMania. It happened this year with SummerSlam, and I could kind of see this coming, especially with their big 5 pay-per-views. So I'm wholeheartedly expecting, So I'm wholeheartedly expecting the Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and Money in the Bank all to become two-night events because they have marquee matches that you can use to headline the show. Obviously, the men's and women's Money in the Bank matches on night 1 and night 2. Same thing with the Royal Rumbles, and for some reason WWE doesn't want to do elimination matches anymore. Each night of Survivor Series will just end up having a War Games match, and that's just how you do it. And we're still going to get 5 match cards. Well, we don't know if it's a work. We don't know if it's real. I think it's a work, but Karrion Kross and Scarlett are quote-unquote no longer with the WWE. They have been moved to the alumni section, and usually when that happens, that means someone is gone. But here's the thing, this doesn't feel like when R-Truth was released. This feels different. I think it's a work. The WWE has signed a new deal with ESPN. Their premium live events will be moving over to ESPN for the next 5 years. This deal is worth $1.6 billion. And if you have cable television, a satellite provider, you get your TV through YouTube TV or Hulu, then you will get all the WWE pay-per-views, premium live events for free through the ESPN app. But if you do not get ESPN through any of those options, you will end up paying $30 a month for WWE pay-per-views. That's just garbage. $30 a month for a 5-match card with ads and a whole bunch of just BS in between. Nick Khan obviously thinks this is a great deal for the fans. Triple H thinks this is a great deal for the fans. It is not a great deal for the fans. And here's the thing. NBC didn't match the offer. They chose not to match because WWE overpromises and underdelivers. And what's going to happen with the rest of the WWE archive and network, we don't know yet. All I know is our international friends have it great, have it beautiful with everything WWE, including the pay-per-views, premium live events coming on Netflix. The Gates of Agony, Bishop, Khan, and Toa Leona have re-upped with AEW. I am happy for them. I really like them as a team, and I think Lionel and Ricochet will finally work out for them. Apparently, word on the street, the WWE is really, really high on Sol Ruca. I mean, look, the girl's fantastic. She has a great look. She's the current North American champion. We're expecting a really, really big push for her. Ashanti the Adonis is no longer with the WWE. They let his contract run out, and he is no longer part of NXT. And now it looks like everybody that was in Hit Row is gone except for B-Fab. Somehow, B-Fab survived everything. WWE's also re-upped Lola Vice. They see something in her. I think she's just a generic, basic, big booty Latino. But she has her fans, she has her audience. I'm not going to yucky yums. It's going to be going to be a good relationship for the both of them. The WWE is up to it. Again, they will be counter programming against AEW. Apparently, they will put out a random premium live event against All Out. Like, this will be the first time they will compete head to head with AEW. There is nothing scheduled for WWE on the same day as All Out, and this is where we can see their pettiness happening. AEW, meanwhile, has, when MLB playoffs come around, they have to move Dynamite Collision to different days, and usually they move Dynamite to Tuesday. When it's on a Tuesday, it's usually a title Tuesday, so they will be going head to head with NXT. This is not them purposely trying to go up against NXT. It's, well, we just got to move. They also announced the date for Final Battle, which will be going down, I have it right here in front of me, in December, taking place at the Galaxy Con. where is the date? December 6th at the Bartlett Grand Arena, at the Convention Center. Anyway, this is a great deal. I need Ring of Honor to have more than 3 pay-per-views a year. They have Death Before Dishonor, Supercard of Honor, and Final Battle. They need at least 4 to 5. But it's also contingent on them getting a good TV deal. On the injury side of things, Adriana Rizzo revealed she has a torn ACL and meniscus, so she will be out for, usually about a year for these type of injuries. Eddie Kingston is back in the gym working since his brutal injury. Can't wait to see that man back in the ring. Austin Theory is out with an injury. You don't know what it is, but he has been removed from the active roster. Gunther is out with injury. He's having nose and facial surgery, which is essentially why he lost at SummerSlam, so he will be out indefinitely. Buddy Murphy updates us on his ankle injury. He's having a setback. He has to have another surgery. It's not healing properly, but he's working on coming back. I definitely need the Hounds of Hell back together again. Wardlow is over his injury. He just got finished filming American Gladiator, so we are expecting him back soon. And some shocking news. Jonathan Gresham is taking time off from professional wrestling after he suffered 2 strokes. I wish him the best. He's a phenomenal talent, and I hope he gets well soon. That's the news, and we shall be right back with the weekend review. All right, the week in review. You know how we start off with Monday Night Raw. This was the SummerSlam Fallout show, and Seth and his group, they are now called the Vision. Talks about his plan. Only person he told was his wife and Paul Heyman, who's now going by the Oracle, which doesn't make sense. You have the money to make briefcase. You were always going to cash in after the match. You didn't need to fake an injury. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. Whatever. LA Knight comes out to challenge him for the title, and Adam Pearce is like, you know what? Yeah, you lied. You deceived me. You're gonna pay. Sorry. Not really sorry. Title's on the line. Dragon Lee challenges Dom. AJ gives Dom props for what he did at SummerSlam, but let him know that his time is running out. Rusev and Sheamus fight to a double count out, so they'll probably have their true rubber match probably at the Clash in Paris. The New Day are still in mourning. Grayson Waller challenges Penta. Penta then goes on to defeat Grayson Waller. Charlotte and Alexa retain their tag team championship, defeating the Judgment Day. Rhea doesn't like that Io requested a title match. Io's like, well, I didn't get pinned in the match. So Rhea's like, I will beat you one day. Io's like, come here. You're never going to beat me. I just love this. I just want it. Fun fact stat, Sting is 8-0 against Hulk Hogan in one-on-one matches. Let marinate on that. All right, Lyra Valkyria and Bayley aren't friends or enemies, and Lyra just wants Bayley to stay out of her life. Dom went on to beat Dragon Lee, and he goes into escape from AJ Styles. Sami Zayn is done with Cross and will continue to fight to become world champion one day. I truly believe that Sami's going to win the Royal Rumble and probably win the World Heavyweight title. It's the one title that's like going to keep changing hands at WrestleMania. Sheamus and Rusev were still fighting during his interview. Becky and Nikki Bella exchanged some words, especially with Becky getting really offended that Nikki thinks that Nikki paved the way for Becky, and Becky's like, no, I'm here in spite of you because of the woman that you are, because of what you represent. And she had a great line about, best couple, and you and your former, you can't see each other. And then Becky gives her a cheap shot. Naomi says, listen, proceed with caution. I told you I was going to win at SummerSlam. And Stephanie Vaquer, I'm going to end up beating you too. Gunther's injured and he's out indefinitely. We already went over that. Natalya confronts Becky, and Becky tells Maxine that, you and I will have a match. Random. Seth retained over LA Knight after CM Punk got involved and attacked Seth Rollins. And if I'm LA Knight, I am pissed. You could not wait till after the match. I am hoping LA Knight mentions this at some point. Like, bro, you cost me the world championship. We got to fight. Knight was rightfully pissed. The Vision in the beat out everybody. Roman tries to make the save, but he gets dropped and takes 3 tsunamis. And Bronson Reed took his J's again. Over on Dynamite, we're setting up Forbidden Door. The show gets a fist. We had an MJF pre-show promo talking about 1, he's coming for the world title. Hangman better watch out. And 2, he's going to beat Mark Briscoe in the main event. This is a good grudge match. It's being marketed as a grudge match, promoted as a grudge match. John Moxley defeated Speedball. Darby Allin snatched Yuta during the match. Kevin Knight stepped up to Moxley, so they're going to have a match on Dynamite this week. Tony Storm has no problem to tangle with Athena tonight. Yuta was found in the body bag with a Forbidden Door staple to his head, so it looks like we're going to get Darby and Mox at Forbidden Door. Alex Winder won a qualifier to move on to Forbidden Door. She defeated Queen Aminata and Billy Starks, and I believe Thekla was in the match as well. So it'll be a fatal 4-way with Mercedes defending against representative from AEW, representative from Stardom, and I believe a representative from either New Japan or CMLL. But Athena dropped Tony with a no face, and Mercedes gave Alex Winter a backstabber, and then Athena and Mercedes had a stare down with each other, so it's not over between them two. The Bucks tell production to get their entrance rights. Don Callis gives Kyle Fletcher a portrait. Adam Copeland says Christian has learned nothing, and now Cope will face Stokely Hathaway next week. The Young Bucks come out for the entrance. The screen doesn't go all the way up. They still got the music, and it just switches to what we've been seeing. It's been great. They are going to lose against Brodido in a shocking upset as Brodido moves on in the tag title tournament. MVP gives MJF a thumbs down, says, listen, ever since you joined us, it's been about you. You're selfish, Max. And I tried to help you, but you just can't get over it yourself. We hurt people. And it's something you just didn't want to do. Thumbs down. And he says, listen, Max, it was just business, but I hope you don't win the world championship, because if you do, Lashley's coming for you, and that's personal. Big Stoke has always been the underdog. He's short, he's bald, he can't get no hoes. Hilarious segment. He'll beat Cope, that's what he says. Swerve has the chip on his shoulder, says he'll go on to Forbidden Door to defeat Okada to become the new unified champion. Hangman has Mark Briscoe's back and says, listen, I want you to win, and I'd be honored to defend this championship against you. Willow Nightingale Queen Aminata says they will deal with the Triangle Madison collision, and Stat can't get a rise out of Willow. She's slowly losing it. MJF in the main event defeated Mark Briscoe, but Mark had his foot on the rope. The ref didn't see it. Hangman made the save after the match. Over on Impact, who's up next? NXT is still with the top 2 titles. What is going on? Trick insults Brawls and then escapes from Moose. Gia Miller is back and tells everyone update she's fine, but she comes across Tessa Blanchard again. She's gonna fucking kill her, and then she takes over the backstage interview to again interviews Joe Hendry. Santana accepts Sami Callihan's challenge, and Eric Young tells Santana that he failed TNA. Steve Macklin versus Jake Something is in a no contest as they don't stop fighting against each other. This was for the International Championship. Steph DeLander, Manswarner wanted to talk to Santino, so they go into his office. Cedric Alexander challenges Slater. This is probably going to happen at Emergence. Lei Ying and Zaya Brookside defeated M and Ash by elegance. This was not for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Santino and Ariana Grace end up walking on Mance and Stephanie doing the do, making the beats of 2 backs in his office. Ash is angry and says she needs to focus on JC for later tonight. So Ash wrestled 2 matches in one night. Casey Navarro is kicked out of First Class. He is injured. He has a torn ACL. And Rich Swann is back, the OG member of First Class. Mara Sade won a squash match. JC Jean versus Ash by elegance and in no contest after Masha attacked Ash. So we're going to get a triple threat match at Emergence, or maybe even Bound for Glory. And the Inspiration came out and made the save. Santino sets the car for Emergence. Nick Nemeth is suspended for attacking officials and security. And the main event, Mustafa Ali defeated Joe Hendry. Do you believe? Hendry's definitely going to the WWE. Hopefully he can keep his steam. Since over on SmackDown, this is Cena's final ride. Cena's back to being the Cena of old, only because Brock Lesnar is back. And Cena says he's not afraid of Brock. The locker room is a John Cena problem. Whatever. Logan Paul wants a match with Cena. Says, listen, you even admitted that I'm just too good at this. So he wants to face Cena at Clash in Paris. Cody made the save after Drew McIntyre jumped John Cena. They'll have a tag team match later in the evening. Tyler Sine and Jason Mateo defeated the Motor City Machine Guns. Solo Sikoa ends up having a surprise opponent who's none other than Sami Zayn, who goes on to defeat Solo Sikoa. We were in Montreal. The Wyatts have only just begun. They have opened up. Their eyes are open. And they are flourishing. And they are blossoming. And they want to hold on to the gold. DIY to the Street Profits. Well, You're bad. You're trash. You lost to them. You ruined the division. Nick Aldis says he will get order back in the tag team division. It's Alexa Bliss's birthday. Her and Charlotte exchange gifts, which are both dolls. Alexa gets Lily back. And Charlotte gets Charlie. Alexa's definitely going to turn on Charlotte at some point. I don't want them to be champions, but whatever. The Secret Herbs interrupts him to set up a match for later in the evening. Miz got Heat and Melo tag team title match, which makes no sense, ladies and gentlemen. The math ain't mathing. All right. Charlotte beat Chelsea Green. Jade and Tiffany will continue this. Kiana offers Jade, listen, you want a title shot? You want my services? Here's my card. But Mia Yim takes it. Aleister Black says, when you push back, I push you off a cliff, and that's why Damian Priest is sitting at home. John Cena and R-Truth make up. None of this makes sense. In the main event, Cody and Cena versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre ended in DQ after Cena and Logan fight to the back. Drew claymores Cody through the front desk. Like Cody just died. That desk exploded. Over on Collision, the best wrestler alive. Yeah, we talking about Max Caster, Platinum Max Caster. Kyle Fletcher defeated Tomohiro Ishii to retain the TNT Championship, and Fletcher wants a challenger from New Japan. He wants New Japan's best, someone to face him at Forbidden Door. Ricochet and Gates of Agony were caught backstage beating up people, and they say you want to go. Nick Wayne wants to end Christian's career, making Bane want a squash match. And in some new news, the producer for this match was Angelico. Guy's a great talent. Ricochet went on to defeat Juice Robinson. I need Colton Gunn, I think it's Colton Gunn, one that's hurt, to hurry up and heal from his injury, because I'm fine with a Bang Bang game versus Ricochet and GOA. Max Caster thanks AR Fox and Jess B for the assist last week, but next time, he's the best wrestler alive. He can handle himself. FTR and Stokely Hathaway won a squash match. Hachicero defeated AR Fox. Dan Garcia was on this match, as there will be a fatal four-way technical spectacle taking place on Collision the following week. It will be Dan Garcia, Hachicero, Lee Moriarty, and Nigel McGuinness, with the winner facing Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship at Forbidden Door. I am expecting Nigel McGuinness to win this match. That's all I'm saying. We got a recap of Bowens and Max Caster, everything that they've been through. Harley Cameron, we had a segment with her, video segment, and she's been out with injury with this nose thing. She showed up at All In, but she's looking for her mask, and now the mask is affecting her like the mask, the Jim Carrey movie adaptation of the same comic book. The Triangle of Madness defeated Ty Mella, Queen Aminata, and Willow Nightingale. They should win this match. I'm just trying to figure out why wasn't it Tay J and Willow, or someone else besides Ty, just because Willow and Aminata have beef with them. Like, it's just this team really wasn't clicking. Skyflight calls it the Don Callis family for putting a hit on them. Katsuyori Shibata survived 5 with the best wrestler alive, and he shakes Max's hand and give him some respect. Jet Speed made the save after LFI attacked in the main event. Hangman and Jet Speed defeated LFI. Our matches of the week, ladies and gentlemen, from NXT. So Ruca versus Tatum Paxley for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Of course, we've got multiple matches from the G1 Climax, because when did he just not give us great matches? We've got Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shingo Takagi David Finlay versus Yota Tsuji, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Drilla Maloney, Shota Umino versus Konosuke Takeshita, and David Finlay versus Uemura. Just fantastic matches, ladies and gentlemen. From Dynamite, John Moxley versus Speedball Mike Bailey, and of course the tag team match Brodido versus the Young Bucks. A star of the week, surprisingly, I'm going to give this John Cena, because his final run up until his retirement is going to be fantastic. But that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You can look on the screen what we got coming up. And of course, check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course the 215 on Twitter. I see you when I see you. Peace.